There was once a wise sage taking a morning walk along the East Coast Park. He was enjoying the rising sun, the chirping of the birds, the cool ocean breeze, when he was suddenly accosted by a destitute-looking tramp or beggar. This beggar said, "Oh sir, I have not eaten for many days. I am very hungry. Can you pass me a few dollars? I'll fill my stomach." The sage looked at that destitute beggar and he said, "I surely will. I'll give you lots, but you will need to do one thing for me. Thank God for all that you have received." The beggar complained, "But what have I received? I see in Singapore people roaming around in Mercedes and BMWs. I don't even have a bicycle to travel. I see people going and dining in five-star hotels. I don't even know when I will get my next meal. People around me are wearing three-piece suits with shining boots, and I sometimes have to use a gunny bag to ward away the winter cold. What is there to thank God about?" So the sage said, "All right, never mind. I'll give you $100,000. But in return, you give me something else." "What should I give you?" "Give me your eyes." He said, "My eyes? I don't want $100,000. I want my eyes." The sage said, "That means your eyes are more valuable than 100,000. You were saying God has given you nothing. Count one blessing. Are you blind? These eyes have been granted 250,000 receptors in each of them, with which we can see beautiful imagery. The colors of the rainbow, the eagle in flight, the beautiful rose, the dewdrops on the lotus petal. How do you say that you have received nothing? Never mind. I'll give you $50,000. You give me your ears." He said, "Even that bargain is not agreeable to me." So the sage said, "Count another blessing of God. These 2 ears you have received have both been fitted with 200,000 fibers each, with which you can hear the chirping of the birds and the gurgle of the water in the stream, the downfall of the waterfall, the rumble of the clouds. Count a second blessing of God. I'll give you $25,000. Are you willing to give me your tongue?" He said, "I'm not willing to do that either." "Then count a third blessing. Are you dumb? You have been given the ability to create words, words that can inspire, words that can uplift, words that can console and pacify, words that the tongue can taste. Are you paralyzed?" He said, "No." The sage said, "Count another blessing. This body of yours has got 270 bones on birth, which on growth adulthood become 206. It has got 650 muscles and 7 miles of nerve fiber, which make amazing movements possible. This is God's gift to you. Take a look at your heart. Is it stricken? It is such an amazing machine that pumps blood 100,000 times in a day, which means 36.5 million times in a year. It pumps blood through millions of miles of nerves and veins and arteries and capillaries. Take a look at your skin. The best of steel will rust or corrode with time, but the skin remains ever fresh through our lifetime. Why? Because it keeps regenerating. Cells that die out give way to other cells. Our stomach has a tremendous acidic level. If we remember our high school chemistry, there is a pH scale, most acidic to most alkaline. That is 1 to 14 with 7 as neutral. Does that strike a bell? Our stomach has a pH level of 1.5. It is so acidic. It has the ability to digest even stone, and yet it does not digest itself. That is the amazing stomach lining. The reason being that stomach lining renovates itself every few days. It keeps on changing. We've got lungs. These lungs are fitted with 60 million sacs that enable the body to absorb the oxygen and leave out the rest of the gases. Our body has got about, according to latest scientific estimates, 50 trillion cells. And our brain is fitted with 100 billion neurons that enable us to see, taste, touch, feel, etc. Such an amazing complex machinery. The gold of any country, to what extent is it guarded in comparison to the extent that our body is guarded? It has got about 5 million pain sensors that enable it to realize there is danger at bay. It has got 200,000 touch sensors. It has got about 20,000 further nerve sensors, temperature sensors, all for the protection of this body. So the beggar realized that even though he doesn't have much to eat, he still has received many blessings of nature.